Hey everyone, we'll be starting shortly. I'm getting everything set up and then we can begin, so please bear with me. Alright, so that's all done. On there. Connection seems to be okay. Is it showing up on the thing as well? Yes. I think we're good to go. So, hi everyone. Welcome to another stream of Apollo Justice Trilogy. Starting a bit later than I'd hoped. I was hoping to start at 6:30. But, you know, it's still within the stream time frame, so it's fine. But we're going to be continuing where we were last time. If I remember correctly, last time we were in the middle of doing a trial. And when we got to the end, we ended up losing because, you know, everyone hates lawyers. And even though we came up with some good evidence and explanations as to what actually happened, they were like, no, she did it. Now you both die. And we're like, no. But it turns out that there was another murder, which somehow was perpetrated. And for some reason is being blamed on Maya as well, which I'm not really sure about because she's been in court the whole time. So how would she have gone out and killed someone else? Unless they're saying it was done at the same time. It wasn't really explained, but it probably will be explained this stream. We'll find out. I do not know if they're going to be able to let us do that though, because we've been found guilty of the previous court case. So are we considered prisoners now, or can we still go out and investigate things? Like Maya can't go out and investigate things because she's a suspect, and now she's been found guilty, so she can't be let out at all. But yeah, we'll find out. I'll probably only be able to stream for like an hour or an hour and 30 minutes today. It's too hot, and when I stream, I have to close my door, which just like contains the heat in my room to the point of it getting too hot. So yeah, we're only going to be able to do like an hour or 30 minutes or an hour and 30 minutes. And he said 30 minutes. That's way too short. Today, I won't be able to do like a full 3-hour stream. So if this thing goes on beyond, if the case or this episode goes beyond that, I will probably stop early and then just stop stream for today. So sorry about that in advance if that does happen. But yeah, for now, let us begin today with the game. Get up here. All right, been picked up there. Everything seems to be good. So let's go. Load game. Right of turnabout. Also, if I sound a bit congested, it's because I got hay fever right now, and yeah. only is it hot, there's also hay fever to deal with. Yay! May 11th, 1:03 p.m. Temple. What do I do now? Can't believe Maya and I were actually found guilty. We're getting a flashback for it. This trial need not be drawn out any longer. The defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then, this court finds the accused, Maya Fey, and the defense, Phoenix Wright. Ah. It's because you jinxed it right at the start by saying that you get everything done right. Mr. Wright. Albie. That's not the whole trial. What's going to happen to Miss Maya now? I'm worried about that too. But right now, another flashback to the second murder. I have one more thing to report to Prosecutor Samadi. Yes. This dagger. It bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey on it. Right now, I need to focus on the next trial. The murder of Acolyte Zealot, right? That was it. It was the apprentice or whatever to the first guy. At least the jury's still out on that one, so to speak. The two murders are most likely connected. If I can get to the bottom of Acolyte Zealot's murder, it might give me the ammunition I need to overturn Maya Guilty's verdict. Let me help you investigate. I want to assist you in any way I can. I appreciate it, Albie. We're talking about a murder. Just like the previous one. Yeah, but it's going to be hard for a foreigner to investigate this on his own. You have a point there. I wish I knew what to do. Isn't that your benevolence? Princess Rafa? Oh, it's you again. The dead lawyer Walken, guilty of abetting a murder under the Defense Culpability Act. See, she hasn't lost any of her charm. Why the long face? I thought you'd be glad I was found guilty under the DC Act. Huh. I am ennobled to take joy in your suffering. For I was unable to defeat you, and had to leave the job to others. I failed in my sacred duty as the royal priestess. Guess that answers my question. Have I misunderstood the voice of the Madama yet again? This cannot be. Faints. It hits that floor hard, but it's such a delayed thing. It sounds like she falls through a hole. All I did was defend my client. Ugh, I can't bear to see her looking so sad like this, though. I mean, you should. Your benevolence. Your benevolence. Oh, barbed head. I thought you had already begun your journey to the Twilight Realm. I'm not dead yet. I still have an investigation to do for tomorrow's trial. What's this? Do you mean to say you have not given up yet? That's right. I'm going to prove Maya's innocent tomorrow. But why? Why do you refuse to give up? I cannot fathom such obstinacy. Says you! Investigate all you want. I care not. You really don't mind? But aren't you worried that a lawyer backed into a corner by the DC Act might do something desperate, like forge evidence? What's this? If left unsupervised, I'd be free to do whatever I wanted, you know. I could just make it seem as though you killed them. Gah. Okay, now to see if she takes the bait. Yes, I see your point. Barbed head. Yes. I know what happened yesterday. You perpetrated some sort of fraud or other misdeed while I was not watching. Why are we doing it this way? It's just perpetuating her stupid thing where it's just like, oh yeah, lawyers are evil. Like, no, actually, you know, get her to see that they're not. Instead of, you know, pushing that so then she's happy. Huh? That explains why I misunderstood the voice of the High Priest's soul. Yes, of course, that is the only explanation. I was just trying to cheer her up. Now she thinks even less of me. I must not allow you to sully our sacred hall of justice with your misdeeds ever again. And therefore today I'll be monitoring your every move once more. I will not fail to spot your misdeeds this time. The moment I see anything out of the ordinary, I will send you straight to prison. And he said straight to hell. And you, boy, do not throw your lot in with this foreign devil. But your benevolence. It's okay, Albie. You don't need to worry about me. I'll be back before you know it. But first, I should probably lighten my load a bit. Albie, would you mind holding on to some evidence for me? Of course not. I'm always glad to help. Unnecessary added evidence unloaded onto Albie. Here you go. Here's stuff I don't need anymore. It's evidence. It's important, okay? And may the Holy Mother's blessings be upon you. Now then, the scene of the crime is the logical place to start. If I recall correctly, the body was found at the Plaza of Devotion. Let me see what I have still. Oh, I got rid of a lot. This is sunflower badge, on the shoulder, some skipping. If I've already seen it, I can skip it. If I haven't, then it doesn't. She might have some thoughts to say. Do not flaunt that strap note before me. You know, I get the feeling you really want this for yourself, your benevolence. You nincompoop, you know not what you speak. I desired it so dearly that I had all of our retainers dispatch multiple postcards for it. All right, then. It seems really want was an understatement. Well, too bad. It's mine. That boy has grown far too close to you. He will require re-education if he persists in befriending the lawyers. Re-education? You mean brainwashing? That's what re-education means. Brainwashing people. Re-education? What exactly does that entail? First, you must meditate upon Lady Kira for 48 hours in the prayer pose. How is that re-education? It sounds more like torture to me. Barbed heads, you have an investigation to conduct. Do not get on with it. Yes, but why does she always have to be like this? What, would you have preferred that tour guide boy tag along instead? Yes. Huh? Oh, huh. It would appear I have read your mind most accurately. The smile of hers is downright scary. You're the one that wanted her to be happy. And in order to do that, you sacrificed your own. Looks a little haggard in my reflection. I look. It's like the water's showing me how I feel on the inside. Wait, what am I doing? I have to stay strong, especially for Maya. Can't hear the monk's prayers all the way over here. Maybe the Holy Mother would answer mine if I slipped it in with theirs. Here goes. Please let me save Maya Fey. I'm not a Khu'rainist, but maybe if I prayed with all my might, the Holy Mother will help me. Who am I kidding? I have to figure out how to solve this case myself. You just did it over there! What do you mean? Alright, let's move. Plaza of Devotion. Oh wow, everyone's gone. It's just sitting like that. May 11th, Plaza of Devotion. Looks like the police already finished their investigation. To think someone could be killed here. A place devoted to prayer. A body outline and flowers? Did someone leave them here in memory of the deceased? Huh. And there's something different about the prayer flags today. As the high priest's disciple, acolyte zealot was utterly devoted to his training. First the high priest, and now his devoted disciple. Maya Fey will pay for this. As I keep trying to tell you, Maya had nothing to do with any of this. And you can prove this? How? What do you think I'm doing here? Gathering dirt and dust for the trial? And your smart mouth. This is precisely why you and your loyally ilk are so reviled, says you. You're the one that's also doing it. Hey, Mr. Wright. Oh, it's Emma. Emma! It's that detective from your country again. Is that the princess? You seem displeased that I am here. Oh no, don't be silly. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry about what happened to Maya. It's not your fault, Emma. You were just doing your job. And if I had just done mine... Mr. Wright... But it's no use crying over spilled milk. Would you mind telling me what you know about the murder? It's do or die in court tomorrow, and I mean that literally. Gladly, I'll help in any way I can. Remember, I have my eyes on both of you, so see to it that you commit no misdeeds. Of course not. You're talking to a professional here. Let's see. How about starting with an overview of what happened? Sure. The victim is Khu'rain Zealot. Khu'rain. Or is it Puree? Whatever. Who was the high priest's disciple. His body was discovered around noon today, right after the rite wrapped up. So during the high priest's murder trial. So that's right. Apparently he had been here praying since the day before the rite even started. I mean, he was still here when we were here. When we came back after that. Talk about serious devotion. Yeah, I barely lasted a few minutes. This is the picture of Mr. Zealot's body. That dagger is in his upper back. Looks like it could have been, or would have been particularly painful. Huh? Is that a tattoo on the back of his neck? It's peach-shaped. Everyone started leaving when their prayer was finally done. But the victim remained bent over in prayer, and when they went over to check on him, they discovered he was dead, right? Peach-shaped tattoo. I mean, it might be a peach, or it might be some religious iconography. Yes, the estimated time of death is May 9th, sometime between the start of the rite and the discovery of the high priest's body. In other words, we believe that the crime took place during the purification rite, and the murder weapon was the same ceremonial dagger that killed the high priest. The prosecution believes Maya came down the stairs after killing the high priest, and then stabbed Mr. Zealot with the same dagger. How would they be able to do that? Like, in front of all those people that were praying? There would have been witnesses, like a whole bunch of them, even if they were praying. Circumstantial evidence does point to Maya, but what about the cause of death? He apparently died instantly from the dagger that was thrust into his upper back. And here's the autopsy report. Spinal cord injury from being stabbed in the upper back by a bladed weapon. Estimated time of death, you say? How can you know such a thing? I want to know. Well, bobbed head, out with it. Oh, so the princess of the spirit medium kingdom is interested in forensic science? Huh. I have no interest in science, forensic or otherwise. And nevertheless, I will someday be queen. As such, it would be wise to know what silly things the common folk believe in. There's nothing silly about it. I'll have you know, even Prosecutor Samadhi holds forensics in high regard. Does he? Huh. Perhaps I should not underestimate the power of science. Damn right. Still, I suppose it is nothing much compared to the divination seance. She really doesn't have an old, adorable bone in her body. Emma, I think she's actually interested. Do you mind explaining it to her? Guess I have to now. Okay, there are many ways to estimate the time of death, but the most well-known method uses the change in body temperature. Interesting. Body temperature drops at a steady rate from the moment a person dies. That means we can tell how long someone's been dead by measuring their temperature. Ah, I see. That is quite enlightening. Bob, present your forehead now. What? Why? Feel just a little over 95 degrees. It seems you are not dead yet. Of course I'm not. Oh, but a jest. After all, you are still the dead lawyer walking. I fail to see the humor in any of this. Were there any witnesses? With so many people here at the plaza, you'd think somebody would have seen something. You'd think so, wouldn't you? But we haven't found a single witness. How's that even possible? Because everyone was bent over, utterly devoted to prayer, naturally. Oh right, the back-shattering pose that nearly killed me. Still, you'd think somebody would have noticed something. Like even a grunt of pain. I thought so too, but with the monk's scarf he had on, no one could see the dagger in his upper back. Plus, everyone was so absorbed in prayer, they didn't see or hear anything. I can't believe this. What you choose to believe is your choice, but the fact remains there were no witnesses. However, there is one piece of irrefutable evidence. The dagger. Sadly, yes. Could you tell me about the murder weapon? The killer used the Warbad dagger, the legendary weapon of Lady Kira. It was discovered impaled on the victim's upper back. The accused fingerprints were found on the dagger, were they not? Yes, they were. With such irrefutable evidence, there is no questioning the accused's guilt. Not so fast. What about a motive? I had no reason to kill Acolyte Zealot. They weren't even in the same building. What do the police think about this matter? Maya had no reason to kill Acolyte Zealot. So you say, but let us hear what the police think about the matter. You just said that! The police believe Maya is the Lady Kira figure who's been battling the rebels. And since Mr. Zealot was a disciple of the High Priest who turned out to be a rebel, he too was likely a rebel, and therefore met the same untimely demise as his teacher. Yeah, that's how the police currently view the crime. There's no way Maya is the Lady Kira vigilante. I agree on a personal level, but the police are just going with what today's trial concluded. Ugh. Really blew it in court today. Oh, not move, present. Oh, nothing new. Blah, 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 blah. I became a thing because of you and all this stuff. Oh, I didn't present this to you because I'm not able to skip this. The victim's name was Trust in Me. He bled to death from a stab wound in the abdomen. And the killer? At the moment, our only suspect is the person who was with the victim at the time. In other words, Maya. Okay, now I can skip it. So I guess I just didn't present it before? Skip. Based on the estimated time of death, we believe he was killed during the rite itself. It appears he was stabbed in the upper back with a dagger and died instantly. But there were so many people here, how could no one have noticed? I know, I can't believe it either. I guess that they were just that focused on prayers or something. I think this is going to be the same. Yeah, skip. Maya's fingerprints were found on the dagger that was used in the murder. police are, therefore, investigating her as their prime suspect. The evidence is irrefutable, with no room for argument. I really don't want to treat Maya as a suspect, but based on the evidence and police reports I've received so far, not looking so good. Not good? More like, how could it get any worse? Alright, well, time to examine. So these flowers were left here in the memory of Acolyte Zealot. What are they called? They are known as Namanda, and they are given to express sorrow when a life is lost. I nearly said Amanda. This is Amanda. It seems offering flowers in memory of the dead is a universal practice. Heartfelt sympathy. Looks like a bell. One of the things aren't open. Light Zealot died bent over in prayer. There's no trace of blood on the ground, though. The fact that there's so little bleeding could mean it was a single stab to a vital point. Not that that would have been very difficult considering the position he was in. Albie said these are called prayer flags, and the prayers written on them are carried throughout the kingdom by the wind. Now, if I were to pray for something, it would be for me to not get dragged into any more trouble than I already have been. This prayer flag looks much newer than the rest. Huh. Benevolence, what does it say here? The dearest wishes for our subjects are written upon these prayer flags. Reading the prayers of others is considered rude, but if you must know... It says, at the usual spot, bring grub. The key, too. Huh. This is one of the more direct and practical prayers I've ever seen. I wonder if it's even a prayer. To think I would witness a lawyer being allowed to pass through this sacred gate. Yeah, well, I wouldn't unless I had to. Those stairs were brutal to climb. Oh, what's this? Do you even know how many monks would have given their lives to pass through that gate? Be thankful for the great honor you have been afforded. Yes, your benevolence. The Light Zealot was killed in a prayer pose. With his head bent over like that, the last thing he saw must have been this rug. It is a prayer rug woven by devout monks. May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon his departed soul. It's strange that there are no bloodstains, though. Huh. Perhaps it was so cold his blood froze, or perhaps it was absorbed by his vestment. It is pretty cold here. Maybe the blood really did just freeze inside his body. No, it's not that cold. If I remember correctly, blood requires to be at a colder temperature than freezing, but I'd have to check that out. That's probably wrong. Let me check. At what temperature does blood freeze? At -2, it starts freezing, and about -3, it completely freezes. The freezing point of human blood is -2 Celsius to -3 Celsius. Or about 31 degrees Fahrenheit. Which is below freezing. Freezing is 0 Celsius, so it's not 0 Celsius up here. It would be on like the peak of mountains, but we're not on the peak. We're on like a higher elevation. That message on the prayer flag seems a little weird, but I think I've seen everything there is to see around here. You have not found or heard anything of particular worth. Are you ready to give up? No, I'm not calling it quits yet. Does it look like you have any hope of winning, Mr. Wright? Emma. I can't really say at this point. All I know is that I have to keep investigating. What are you two sneaks up to? I would advise you to get back to work if you are done here, Detective. Otherwise, I will report you to Prosecutor Samadhi for dereliction of duty. I'm going. Well, see you later, Mr. Wright. And good luck. I hate you, girl. We're on top of the mountain. I could just push you off and we'll be fine. I should really pay a visit to everyone and every place connected with this case. Alright, well, I guess to the peak then. I've already searched here, but it never hurts to take another look around. Oh, I guess there's nothing else then. Bazaar. Nothing? Okay. Detention center. Nothing. I guess host. To the high priest house. She's gonna be mad. Probably. Hello, I'm sorry to bother you again, but... Oh, it's you. Barbed head. You are not contemplating casting suspicion upon Lady Believe, are you? She lost her beloved husband and now acolyte zealot, who is like a son to her. Of course I'm not. But since she was close to both victims, I wanted to hear what she has to say. Very well. And then there's the fact that Lady Kira didn't attack Miss Inme. Or Mrs. Inme. Probably means she isn't a rebel. Is this about poor Khu'rain? Well, I'm sorry, I don't think I can talk about that right now. But what about Maya? She's innocent. Maya? I heard she was found guilty. First my dear husband, and now Khu'rain? Miss Inme, you don't really believe that Maya's the killer, do you? I don't know. But that was the verdict, so what else can I believe? What am I to do? The verdict was already reached in your husband's case, but the truth of the matter is yet to be found. How can you be so sure? Because I believe that Maya is innocent. That is all I have right now. My faith in her. So please, help me understand what happened. So you're defending her based solely on faith? Even though you'll be punished for abetting the accused? That's right. All right, then. Your faith has moved me. I'll tell you what I can. Are you sure about this, Lady Believe? My lovely wife is also devout follower of Khu'rainism. I've probably changed this guy's millions of times because I don't know what I used last time. For her either. As such, she is not one to make light of another's faith. But if I find that you have lied about your faith in Maya Faye's innocence, I shall curse your entire family and all your disciples for the next 8 generations. Hey, leave Athena and Apollo out alone, buddy. How did Acolyte Zealot end up living here as your husband's disciple? About 2 years ago, while my husband was at a spiritual retreat in the mountains, he came across Khu'rain collapsed on the ground. That's when he brought him here. You will always want to help those in need, won't you, dear? And he'd been living here ever since? About 2 years ago. That's around the same time Maya arrived in Khu'rain. Yes, he was born in a poor village and had nowhere else to call home. My husband felt pity for the boy, so he took him in as his disciple. But not only as his disciple, he was like a member of our family too. I see. If this is where Acolyte Zealot lived, there might be something I could learn about him lying around here. Oh, that's it? Okay. To the pictures. I pressed in the wrong spot. Photo of the High Priest, his wife, Acolyte Zealot, and Maya. Since Maya's in it, why does his one look more menacing because of the curved teeth compared to his, which are straight? It must have been taken the day before the rite. I should ask Miss Inme about it. What the hell is this? It's just like a giant pile of green stuff with carrots on top. Family photo added to the court record. Feast of blessings or whatever. To think that this would be their final family photo. That no good Maya Faye has some nerve. I mean, here she is posing with the 2 men who she would soon kill. I beg to differ. I see these photos proof that she didn't kill them. Huh. That smile of hers does not fool me. I sense a deep and abiding malice behind it. I prove Maya's smile is the real deal, Mrs. You shut the hell up. You don't know Maya. Pictures of the Queen and her husband, the Justice Minister of Khu'rain. Yes, my mother and father. What do you think? Do they not possess an awe-inspiring air? No. They look kind of plain, to be honest. Oh, terrifying is more the word I would use. Well, yeah, they're very awe-inspiring. This game looks kind of like checkers or chess. I think I've already talked about this. I don't know why it came up again. Maya's bag. The needles are still here. I'm surprised that the wife isn't more angry that I made her husband out to be a rebel, not a refugee. I don't know why I was going to say rebel or refugee. God damn it, never mind. Bobbed head, it appears that you are quite fond of rummaging through the garbage. I just thought there might be something other important piece of evidence in here. Oh, is that right? Is she doing it? Look, I'm not doing this for fun, really. Doesn't look like there's anything else of interest in this. What a magnificent altar. Of course it is magnificent. I've done all this before, so I'm just going to skip all it through, you stupid barbed head. I will throw you into the ocean. Even though there's no ocean because we're in the middle of a mountain area. I think that's everything. Alright, let's talk to you about the photo. Or maybe I have to present it to you. It's a strat that Maya received. Would you happen to know anything about it? It's for the plumed Punisher action hero. Of course she knows Bobbed Head. It's only the most popular show in all of Khu'rain. It would seem that the Royal Priestess is more familiar with the matter than I. What? No, I was simply advocating on behalf of the show's fans. Aha. Hey, look at this dead guy. Oh, poor Khu'rain. He has joined my husband in the Twilight Realm. He was so full of life before we went out to the plaza. This must be the most difficult for you. It is like losing a family member. What's that, dear? Yes, you're right. I don't know what would have become of me if my husband were not here by my side. Is there anything you could tell me about Acolyte Zealot that might help? He was a kindly young man. Let us leave it at that. It sounds like you're trying to hide something when you say it that way. Excuse me. Yes, dear? That's right. She's so focused on her husband, she couldn't care less about this. The dagger that killed them. Can I ask you about this photo? It was taken during the Feast of Blessing, the day before the rite was held. Oh, this is Believe saying this. The Feast of Blessings? Would you mind telling me a little bit more about it? This photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings. I'm very suspicious about this picture back here because it's not there anymore. The Feast of Blessings. Yes, it is forbidden to eat during the day of the rites. The day before is performed. We enjoy dishes full of I can't say the word. Jingihil. An herb known to strengthen the body and mind. You love the Jingihil-based dishes I make, don't you, dear? Jingihil. I heard that you can go 3 days without sleeping after eating some. Yes, but many foreigners don't care for it because of its strong smell. Our customs say that these dishes can only be eaten the day before the purification rite, and only between noon and 3 p.m. It's pretty specific. Is it because the smell is too strong? A very good guess indeed. It is to ensure the smell is gone by the time Majorshepard is welcomed the next day. Wow, it really is that strong? Come to think of it, the evening before the murder, an overwhelming odor was all over town. It was like a cross between garlic and mint. After the Feast of Blessings, Khu'rain went over to the plaza to begin his supplication. I never thought that would be the last time I would see him. What was Maya doing at the time? Shortly after Khu'rain left, she went to the temple to prepare for the rite. I don't know what she did after that. The leave statement. So Acolyte Zealot went to pray to the afternoon before the rite. According to the newspaper, on the day before the rite, the plaza was so cold the whole place had iced over. Khu'rain always prayed a lot, far more than anyone I'd ever known. He was so devout. He was a devout young man whose faith was twice as strong as others. I don't know why, but that's kind of intimidating to me. I thought I had made some progress by now, but I haven't come across any particularly insightful information, even here. You seem disappointed. Miss Inmi, is there anything else you could tell me? Forgive me, but if I keep thinking about those two any longer. Bobbed head. Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. I'm sorry to have troubled you. We have paid a visit to all of the people and places connected with this case. I think it's about time you prepared yourself for the inevitable, don't you? Temple? No. Detention center? Yeah! May 11th. Detention center. Maya sure looks tired. I'm so sorry, Maya. I failed to defend you during that trial earlier today. I'm sorry too, Nick. Never meant to get caught up in this whole mess. You never do, you never do, Maya. You never do. Even worse, I got you caught up in it too. As you were convicted under that stupid law. Nick, you should really withdraw from this case. Maybe you'll even compute your sentence if you do. I could never abandon you like that. You might not believe me, but I'm going to pull off a win somehow. It's not like I don't believe in you, it's just... Don't worry, maybe this extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside out, upside down. You'll see. Okay. You're awfully quiet, Your Benevolence. It is only a matter of time until your executions are carried out. I simply thought I would allow you to a good talk before you depart from this world. Sorry, but we're not giving up yet. We won't until the better end. I was going to say, we won't live, and that's like, we won't live until the better end. That makes no sense. There is no need to put on a brave face. Your fates are sealed with today's verdict. Worry not of Maya Fey. The Twilight Realm will cleanse the taint from that neophyte practitioner's soul. Then perhaps the Holy Mother may finally forgive her. Wait. Was that her attempt at comforting me? Barbed head, further resistance shall come to naught. Stop your desperate struggle. Accept the judgment that has been passed upon you. She obviously doesn't know me very well. And then perhaps your sentence will be commuted, and... Hold it right there, Your Benevolence. Why do you always have to be like that? Maya, what are you... What is the matter? I was simply showing some mercy upon your souls. Nick here is risking his life to defend me. And that's why I told you it will come to... No, it won't! Nick is just doing what lawyers are supposed to do. He's defending his client, no matter what. Enough. There's no place for lawyers in the Hall of Justice. We have the divination seance. But your insights were wrong. Yeah. Oh boy, that gotta hurt. Don't you get it? Errors are bound to happen if your insights are accepted without question. So I ask you, Royal Priestess, what is your true duty? You victim souls of the Holy Mother herself wish you to judge people in error. Ooh, you dare bring up Her Holiness's name into this? You know nothing, you phony baloney. Please, you two, enough already. No, let them fight. I want this. Literally, Maya is the only one that's talking smack to her, or talking back, and everyone should. God! Sorry, Nick. I got a little carried away. No, you didn't. You went full tilt. It was fine. You were perfect. I'm glad you're back. That's not really like me, huh? No, I should be thanking you, Maya. It's good to have you in my corner. How dare you mock me so? You will not get away with this. I was a fool to show you compassion, and to think I could convince you to accept your fate. So struggle all you want in the Hall of Justice tomorrow. You will receive your just deserts as the scorn of our kingdom is heaped upon you. I can see straight through that controlled smile of your face, you know. She may say these terrible things, but it's just the way she was raised, I guess. Could you try to remember what happened one more time? I've been trying as hard as I can. I can't remember anything from the middle of the right onward. Alright, you suddenly felt sleepy, and everything after that's a blank. Even so, I didn't kill anyone, and I'm not going around dressed like Lady Kira. Although it's kind of cool to think there's a mysterious female vigilante out there. Killing people? Sure. Right. Were you close to Acolyte Zealot? We met several times during the meetings out about the right. I didn't know him very well. He seemed pretty quiet. Didn't you eat together the day before the Drite? Yeah, we ate that one super stinky dish, but it was actually really good. I wasn't sure I'd like it, but it was love at first bite. Like, you know the salty noodles at Eldon's Noodles? It's like if you added garlic and herbs to that, and then let it simmer for a really long time. Sounds more like a hot pot than ramen to me at that point. Now I miss ramen too. So what was Acolyte Zealot like while you were eating? He seemed to be enjoying the food. But as soon as we were done, he left to go pray. And what did you do? Oh, I returned to the temple to prepare for the rite. That coincides with Mrs. Inmee's description of events. Any idea who might be pretending to be Lady Kira? Huh. When the rite started, it was just me and Abbot Inmee. But the seance vision showed a third figure who looked like Lady Kira. I know. Lady Kira, I wish I could have seen her in the flesh. Yeah, let's stay focused on the case, shall we? It was supposed to have been impossible for a third party to enter the inner sanctum. But what if she came from the sky? You know, like that bushy-bearded paratrooper. That mountain would have been no match for Lady Kira's wings. That's from the Plume Punisher TV show, right? How'd you know? Because the real Lady Kira doesn't have wings? Oh, I've got it this time. There must be a secret room with a secret door at the inner sanctum. Did you know there are 88 secret Plume Punisher bases here in Khu'rain? Will you please stop talking about the Plume Punisher show for a sec, Maya? I guess so. Keeping it real is much harder than it looks. Well, I should get going now. Sorry I wasn't any help. Don't worry, I've got this. We'll beat the Chargers tomorrow and be on the first plane back home before you know it. Then we'll grab dinner at El Dunes or your favorite burger joint. You pick. Sounds good. I think I'll get the extra large hamburg steak topping on my salty bowl. Boasts of Beth Worlds. You can have whatever you like, but first I have to beat that Chargers. I almost forgot. What is it? I have a favor to ask. Okay, but why are we whispering? I left something at the High Priest's house. It's super important. Would you mind getting hold and holding it onto me for me? Sure. So what's the super important thing? In my bag, you'll find a folding book. It's only given to the priestess who performs the rite. It's called the Tome of Secrets. That does sound important. How could you leave something like that lying around? That explains all the whispering. If Rafa found out, all heck? Just say all hell. All hell would break loose. Look, it's got Lady Kira's real name written in it, so... Oops, don't tell anyone I told you that. In fact, just forget I said anything at all. It's supposed to be a secret. The Tome of Secrets contains secrets. Imagine that. What are you two whispering about? Oh, nothing. Just that she forgot something, so I told her to go get it. You are up to something. I just know it. Thanks, Nick. I'm counting on you. All right, well, back to the house. May 11th, High Priest Room. Hello? Anybody home? No answer. Miss Inmee's probably out right now. Well, I'll just get to what I came for. I'm watching you like a war-bad, barbed head. You better not steal anything. I would never do something like that. I'm just here to get what Maya asked for. Then get on with it. I would if you stopped interrupting me. Ah, here's Maya's bag. What is that strange patch on her bag? It's a Steel Samurai. He's the hero of an action hero show back in my country. It's actually Maya's favorite show. She got all sorts of merchandise related to it. I see. He looks strikingly similar to the Plumed Punisher. They are similar, but Steel Samurai definitely came first. I see. How interesting. Never seems generally intrigued. There must be a common thread between Plumed Punisher and Steel Samurai fans. Come to think of it, didn't Maya mention something about training with a Plumed Punisher fan? Or trading? But I digress. I'd better find what she asked me to look for and get going. Let's see here. This must be that Tome of Secrets that Maya was talking about. Tome of Secrets added to the court record. Well, Bobbed Head, are you finished now? Hold on a second. The string around it is coming undone. Whoops. Oh. Ah, you fool. Do not lay eyes upon it. Put it away quickly before we go blind. Relax, my hand just slipped. This is the Tome of Secrets. Are you trying to get us cursed? Lady Kira is liable to swoop down and gouge our eyes out. All right, this book is related to Lady Kira, isn't it? Your Benevolence, would you mind if I asked you some questions? Huh. Great job keeping it hidden from her, Phoenix. Good job. He's going, oh no, the string is coming undone in slow motion. And it's like you've had all that time to close it. This is not something I would normally speak about to an outsider such as you. Well, can't you make an exception? If you insist. Nana? She doesn't know, does she? What of this folding book? Yes, I see. This very important tome is bestowed upon the priestess in the purification rite. Oh? Very important? What's written inside? Yes, I see. Really? Is it alright to reveal that? Your Benevolence? Patience. The book contains Lady Kira's true name. A true name? Is a name really that important of a secret? To a Khu'rainist priestess, a person's name is one of the most important things to know. What's so important about a name? Without a name, a priestess's voice will fail to reach a person's mitama. It is much like trying to send a letter without the recipient's address. A spirit can only be identified once you know the deceased's face and name. Oh, I get it. It's like when you see someone in a crowd you recognize but you don't know their name. It makes it impossible to get their attention. Indeed, you must know a spirit's face and true name before you can commune with it. It is the same for Khu'rainism's most secret art, one that my mother alone may use. Queen has a secret art? Huh. It is something a foreigner such as you could never hope to guess. In Khu'rainism, spirit channeling is a secret art that can only be performed by the Queen. No one else is supposed to be able to do it. I should pretend this is all new to me. Besides, I get the feeling she secretly really wants to tell me all about it. Could you tell me about this secret art of the Queen you spoke of? Come again? Oh, sorry. Maybe we shouldn't talk about it. It is a secret after all, right? It is the secret art of spirit channeling. But I suppose those words are meaningless to you. I'm just surprised how willing you are to tell me about it. A third-rate lawyer could not channel spirits simply by learning of the technique. Third-rate is a bit harsh. I'd even say for second. Or what is it? You have a look of a tentacled hag frog upon your face. What the heck is a tentacle hag frog? Spirit channeling. As for a medium lets the spirit possess our body to return to our spirit robe, right? Well now, you see you have done your homework. Oh, I guess I studied a bit. With the power of spirit channeling, one can bring back even the most ancient of spirits. It is quite a magnificent power, is it not? I've never seen her eyes light up like this before. I imagine they're pretty shocked when they come back from ancient times. Indeed, a spirit's memory is cut off at the moment of their death. So even a spirit that is brought back after centuries doesn't sense any gap of time. Between the moment of its death and the moment it's channeled? Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all of the memories it had in life. Thus, even heroes and scholars of antiquity can be channeled and directly learn from. And queens have also used this power to help rule the rulers, or help the rulers of neighbouring lands seek counsel. That is why we have never been invaded, and how we have maintained our unique culture. So spirit channeling is really an effective tool for international politics. Well, we kind of know that it can also kind of fail and be lied about, especially for, you know, the first game. The whole DL6. It's like, no, it wasn't my son. It was this guy. It is indeed. And that is why only those with the power to channel spirits may rule our kingdom. But of late, there has been an endless influx of illegal immigrants from other neighboring lands. These fools come seeking the same great power as my mother. Illegal immigrants. Yes, it is becoming quite a problem. Some have lost their way in life and look for Khu'rainism for their salvation. Is that what's going to be what Purre Zealot's thing was? Who's trying to get this power? Because there's no way it would just be brought up and then just left. Among them are also those of dubious nature who have been driven from their own lands. Dubious nature? Driven from their own land? Gasp and Pain definitely fit that bill. But they sure weren't treating him like an illegal alien. Hey, Raphatron. Welcome. Can you channel spirits, your benevolence? I am but the royal priestess. There is still much that I must learn. As of now, the divination seance takes me to the very limit of my ability. So her spiritual power doesn't measure up to Maya's. You were just mocking me in your mind, weren't you? Don't be ridiculous. I was just comparing you to someone that's better than you. In every aspect. That's all I was doing. It is written all over your face, you impudent nincompoop. The divination seance was once one of the important roles fulfilled by the Queen. That is what my mother taught me when I was little. The Queen can perform the dance of devotion. That'd be a sight to see. Someday I will be a powerful priestess and queen, just like my mother. And the divination seance is a vital part of my training to prepare me for that day. But forgive me for my ignorance, your benevolence. Huh. You shall see. It will not be long before I too master the secret of spirit channeling. I will be a magnificent queen who unites the people for the greater good of Khu'rain. Now I see. Spirit channeling is something she really aspires to. If Maya did it in the middle of court, it would turn her world upside down. We should do it. I'm going to ace the test to become the next master. After all, I can't let my clan and the other villagers down. Looks like she actually has something in common with Maya. That's multiple things. They're trying to create a cross thing, so it's like, she's not that bad. No, she's awful. Stop it. Are you quite through now? There are more important things to do than to stand here and talk about spirit channeling. That's true. It doesn't have anything to do with this case as far as I can tell. Dude, it's coming up a bunch. You should really think it is now. Or does it? If the Queen is a spirit medium, maybe I suggest that my mother was channeling Lady Kira. I guess she saw that one coming. Huh. Lawyers are indeed a witless breed. On the day of the rite, my mother was engaged in other duties at the palace. Of course. My mother is a very busy woman, and the idea itself is preposterous. Do you truly believe that the Queen of Khu'rain would personally battle the insurgents? This is precisely what makes you third-rate. Another dead end. This is bad. Anyway, I need to continue looking for leads, so... Over there, after him, don't let him escape. What is it, all that racket? It's the escapee, isn't it? What? That escaped prisoner has surfaced here in town? Escaped prisoner? You mean the guy with the bushy beard? There is no reason to panic. The police are on his trail. He's no longer a suspect. But he might know something, considering he was at the scene of the crime. Let's go take a look. Wait. No. Oh, my aching back. I forgot how badly I'd injured it. Oh, I need to do some stretching and exercise more when I get back home. Ah, Mr. Wright. It's not you, it's the other guy. Hey, Albie. That's horrible. I've seen him. Oh. Are you alright, sir? 1 second. Have you seen an escaped prisoner around here? Oh, so that's why all those police came rushing over here. I heard them saying something about an escaped prisoner disappearing in this area. He disappeared in this area? Couldn't have taken the air to the air again, could he? Bob, Ted. I told you to wait. It's too dangerous for you around here, your benevolence. Mr. Arable could be lurking nearby. What a source of pretense would I be if all it took was an escaped prisoner to frighten me? She's fearless, I'll give her that. And she probably didn't want to be on her own when the guy was on about, so she's just like, I gotta go with him. I can't be responsible if something happens to you. As long as I'm here, though, I might as well search the area myself. If I were an escaped prisoner, where would I hide? Right in front of me! This is him! Allow me to explain. This bird is known as this, this, and this. We wouldn't talk about this. I don't want to talk about it more. Is he in the fruit? Over here? This is a really popular bun shop here in Khu'rain. Ooh, they sell magataman. Let's see. 1 magataman, 15 damas. Wait a second. Weren't you selling these for 20 damas a piece? Extra $5 is the service fee. He's quite the shrewd businessman. In the yak. Hey, Albie, what's this cat-like animal? It's a yak. Look at the stairs. He's hiding in the stairs. Gate to Temple. All the way up there. He's in the mountain. Wait, what was that? Oh, it's probably for this. Poster of the superhero. Yeah, I think that's everything, so... He's not here. No, I know where he is. It's just that, I wanted to look at everything else before, because this thing's open. That manhole cover is open. Dog! Whoa! What is it, Shadow? Or Shadow? Did he sniff did he sniff out someone or something in the manhole? I wonder. Does Shadow track Arable if he had something with the rebel scent on it? I don't know. I feel like I've got something with Arable's Mr. Arable's scent on it. Something he might have touched. Well, I don't know if I have it, but there's the flags, but they're not here. Well, I'm going to guess it's the dagger. That's the dagger that was used in the rite. It said that Lady Kira once wielded it. In addition to that dagger, there are many other items that are said to have been hers. Really? Like what? There's the obvious stuff like swords, spears, and other weapons. But there's other more interesting items, like her favorite hat and her favorite pillow. Her pillow? Yeah! They say if you use it, Lady Kira will ensure you have a restful slumber. As long as it's not eternal. The flower? Night. Here, Shadow. How about this? I hope it works. I think he's picked up the scent. There he goes. I forgot you had that. Mind if I borrow Shadow for a bit? By all means. I had no idea you could do this. Yeah, go get him, boy. Your benevolence, I'm heading down this manhole now. Be could be dangerous, so please wait here. Wait. Don't worry, I won't commit any of those misdeeds you're so worried about. That is not what I fear. There may be a vicious insurgent lurking down there. Oh, you worried about me? No, I was simply wondering why you would go to such a length in your investigation. After all, if you would simply withdraw from this case, they might commute your sentence. I'm doing this to prove Maya innocent. But how can you be so sure of the accused innocence? She has already been found guilty. Don't worry, maybe this extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial upside down, inside out, and roundabout. You'll see. Okay. I believe in her. If she says she's innocent, then that means she's innocent. Lawyers must trust in their clients to the bitter end. That's what we do. You lame brain. Do what you will. Well, I'm going in. Let's go, Shadow. Be careful. There's an achievement here. Well, I've missed it then. Oh, you mean at another place or whatever you're talking about? Okay, well. Wait, come back here. It's pitch black down here. I can't see a thing. Ah! This is why you should have brought a light or something? Oh. 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 What happened? I went down into the manhole and then... Oh, you finally came too. I remember that face anywhere. And that dragon symbol on his armband. That's the mark of the rebels. There could be no mistake. It's him. That's horrible. There's a giant spider over here. Jeez. Yikes. Sorry, I got a little rough meat on that back there. Thought you were with the cops. Why are you making that face? Hey, what, an apple? He changed from eating lizards to eating apples. Ooh, I thought he was going to kill me. I'll pass in the apple, but thanks. I don't mind a good apple, but not right now. What is this place? This is the office of my brother-in-arms, Jerk. But right now we're using it as a rebel safe house. Wait, back up a sec. What kind of office is this exactly? A law office, what else? Really? Dirk used to be a lawyer? Yep, just like you. Khu'rain's public enemy number one is an ex-lawyer. Didn't see that coming. But I suppose you can't be around here anymore. You won't? You planning to free or something? It's just I want to get out of the rebel business. Tired of being hounded by the cops and all that. So I came back today to pick up the last of my stuff. Really? I'm going to sell Dirk's info to the Minister of Justice and snip out of Khu'rain. Wait a second. You're a key person of interest in this case. You can't go running off like that. Relax, will ya? I'll tell you whatever you need to know. Oh, I'm sorry about punching your lights out back there. My bad. So, Mr. Lawyer Man, what do you want to know? Tell me about the murders of the High Priest and Trust in Me and his acolyte Pere Zealot. Sure, I'll tell you whatever I can. Don't know if I'll be much help, though. I mean, I'm not a rebel anymore, so... I wonder how true that really is. Time to look at everything. There are bowls and platters of food here. They're still warm, as if this was all recently prepared. You must have been pretty big appetite, Mr. Arabal. Guy's as big and strong as me. Got even bigger appetites, you know. Ravachon, you were here last time when I did the voice, and he had his beard and everything. He's just had a shave. He's the same guy. You just fled from the police. I don't know how you can eat this much after all this excitement. Sorry if I offended you. But first, let's start with the appetizer. Where's he getting all those apples from? The apple tree. Wanna join me, Lawyer Man? Get plenty of sweet lizards, too. Thanks, but I already ate. He was not doing a fake voice then. He had amnesia. So I was doing his voice as he was normal. This is his voice. Is this a law book? The dragon art's been branded onto the cover. That's Dirk's law book. Really? Leader of the rebels. That's Dirk? That's right. And that mark of the dragon is the emblem of the rebellion. The pages in this one section are really dirty. Must be the section of the Defense Culpability Act. Did he use it to wipe his butt? Must have done a ton of research on the Defense Culpability Act. He practically wore out the entire section. Can I look at it? I would like to. The priestess acting as Lady Kira's representatives must know her name. That name is Imsun. Speaking this name is unforgivable. Lock this knowledge deep in your heart and devote yourself to prayer. Eat. Okay. In the name of her eminence, those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. Okay. A hole. There's a ladder leading underground. You must have brought it in through here. Or brought me in through here. There's no reason for me to leave yet. I should see what else Mr. Arable has to say. Ew, dirty couch. What's this thing with the dragon on it? Some kind of sign? Yep, that's what his business sign back then was at the Jerk's office. He used to be a lawyer, right? That's what he was, but it was a really long time ago. This place has been seen better days, that's for sure. Well, I hope he can put his sign back up someday. I want to be hold my breath. Grab the spider! Nothing particular interesting here. That looks like a Dracula outfit. Is that coat yours, Mr. Arable? Yeah, it belongs to the rebel leader Dirk. It's pretty impressive. I like the color too. Want to try it on? Really? You sure it's okay? Of course. Bet it would look great on you. Well then, don't mind if I do. It smells and moldy. I can't believe you fell for it. That thing's been hanging there forever. Note to self, don't trust this guy ever again. You guys get electricity? Yeah, but the power goes out occasionally. That's pretty inconvenient. You're telling me, sometimes it goes out the entire day. What about the stuff in the refrigerator? Why don't you try and see for yourself? Again, I asked. I'm afraid of that, what I might find. Spider. These lizards are kind of flat. What are these hanging here? Lizards? If so, they're pretty big. Those sewer skewers, or sewer lizards. We call them that because they live in the sewer. They grow bigger than your average lizard, what makes me fine eating. Wait, you eat these? What else would you do with them? Here, try one. Pass. I'll definitely pass. You're missing out on a fine treat, my man. Somehow I think I'll live without it. This looks like a photo of Dirk and his compatriots. Here's one that looks really old. Apollo? Samadhi? Apollo, Samadhi, and Dirk, I guess. Wow, this was taken about 20 years ago. Those are Dirk's sons. What? What do you mean, sons? Really? This is the rebel Dirk in the center. He doesn't look so evil. And both of his sons look kind of familiar. The one on the left is Yudi. Oh, you don't, but you know him as Prosecutor Samadhi. Prosecutor Samadhi is Dirk's son? That he is. Yudi was a rebel once, too. He used to really respect his old man. Both as a father and as a lawyer. Then why did he become a prosecutor? Being a lawyer in this kingdom is the same as signing your own death warrant. The Count of Defense Culpability Act, right? Yeah, that's why Yudi decided to be a prosecutor instead. He wanted to spark a revolution from the inside, so he had dove right into the enemy's den. Would never have guessed it looking at him now. You could say that again. Dirk is battling to change Khu'rain's legal system. The will of the dragon spurs him on. We all thought Yudi was taking up the mantle to carry on that will too. We were sure he'd help overthrow Khu'rain one day, but as you've seen, he now uses the law to do her bidding. Dirk's been bedside himself. So he no longer carries the will of the dragon in him, huh? I wonder what happened between father and son for it to come to this. What about the other child in the photo? That's Doc's adopted son, but he's gone back overseas. Okay, adopted son. I was going to say, because it makes sense, because he wasn't able to stay with his mother, his birth mother, so he would have to have been adopted. That makes sense. So they're like, they're not step siblings. Would it be step siblings? Adopted siblings. So not only, wow, they really are throwing this kind of thing just around. It's like, not only does he just have this random friend who gets killed in one of the cases, in the last case of the previous game, he's also adopted by the main antagonist of this game. Like, next you're going to tell me, actually, his father is Jesus or something. Like, come on. At some point, you got to do enough. How about, do Athena? Athena would have been great. But no, you have to do Apollo. His name's Apollo. Apollo? Wait a second. That bracelet. It really is Apollo. He's a rascal, that one, and his voice could shake the entire room. I imagine he's out there raising hell right somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure he's doing just fine. Considering how far he's come, Mr. Arabel's description really doesn't do Apollo justice. Apollo, I've been watching you grow over these past 2 years. That's why I know you're ready. Why I know I can leave Trucy in the office to you. I believe in you, Apollo. Thank you. I'll be fine. Everything will be fine. This is back when we did the previous case. He's a responsible young man now. He never lost that loud voice, though. I mean, I won't say. Good. I want to find out. Incense and a white flower. The white flowers are still fresh. They must have been here put today or yesterday. Did you put these here, Mr. Arabel? Something wrong with flowers? Oh, no. This is an addition thing here in Khu'rain. Pay no mind. There's a knife driven deep into a photo of the Queen. I guess the rebels really hate her. Better remember to stay on her good side. Okay, I think that's everything in the room. I guess I just need to go over everything once again to get the achievement, so... This looks like a photo of Dirk and his compatriots. And here's one that's really old. Those are Dirk's sons. The one on the left is Prokuska Smari when he was younger. We used to call him Yudi. He'd carry on the will of the father and become a fine lawyer, but the other child that's Dirk's adopted son, but he's gone back overseas. His name's Apollo. That name and that bracelet, yep, that was to be our Apollo. He was a rascal, that one, and his voice could shake the entire room. I imagine he's out there raising hell somewhere. I'm sure he's doing fine, considering how far he's come. Mr. Arabel's description really doesn't do Apollo justice. Oh, whoops. If this is a revisit that we can come back and see the thing again, then I'll probably check again anyway. Yeah, I think that's everything. So, we'll probably have to come back another time to get whatever achievement you were talking about. Let's speak to him, the High Priest's murder. Tell me everything you know about the High Priest's murder. Well, as you know, I don't remember much about that. I banged my head on a rock as soon as I parachuted into the inner sanctum. So when I told you I had nothing to do with the murder, I meant it. Okay then, where were you when you came after banging your head? By the time I came to, it was already dawn. I must have been out cold the whole time. So you didn't just see the crime happen at all? You got that right. Then why did you say you did when you were testified? Oh, about that. Since I didn't remember a thing. His lips purse a lot without his beard on. I was afraid I'd been seen suspicious. So I came... up with the whole story. Does he not have any teeth when he makes this noise? His teeth disappear. Does he even realize how much trouble his big fat lie has caused me? Sorry for the trouble. That was definitely my bad. He doesn't seem very sorry to me. So the bottom line is you were at the scene of the crime, but weren't involved in it? Got it. So Dirk used to be a lawyer. Yeah, he was forced to be reckoned with back when he was still practicing. He was just young and old, the lawyer might as well money as a dragon. He could strike terror into prosecutor's heart just by glaring at him. People called it his dragon glare. He even got criminals confess and pass out with a well-placed glare. You've got to be kidding me. But most important of all, he could never surrender. He'd fight for the accused no matter how all the odds were stacked against him. Is that what you meant by the will of the dragon? Yep, that would be it, actually. The work in court yesterday was mighty impressive too. Well, we are a phoenix. Phoenix and dragon. You know, the old Japanese thing with, phoenix and dragons always seeming to be important. Especially in Shenmue. Is this a version of Shenmue? Is there going to be a mystical mirror? Or mirrors? He didn't give up, no matter how hard for a beating you took. Not unlike Dirt, I might add. Oh, thanks. Even if a big part of that beating I took was because of you. Well, I gotta stop packing. Who knows when they might catch up with me and if I don't scrub soon. Please wait. I still need to ask you something. Well, go ahead, shoot. What are you rebels trying to do? And why were you at the inner sanctum in the first place? Why were you in the inner sanctum on the day of the murder? Or more precisely, what were you trying to do there? I was trying to escape from prison, that's all. But that high priest was a fool for getting taken in by Dirk. He should have tried hightailing it out of Khu'rain like I'm doing. You're lying. You don't want to leave. Cyclops. Mr. Arabal is hiding something, but I won't know exactly what until I can undo the locks. What exactly are you trying to hide, Mr. Arabal? Huh? I'm not hiding anything. No way, no how. I'll just have to use my Magatama on him then. Do I have even enough evidence for that?
Take that!
I can try. His is a 4 too. At least it's not a 5. A 5 is like really hard. Dark's plan. I'm going to ask you again. Why were you at the inner sanctum on the day of the murder? Or more precisely, what were you trying to do there? You can keep asking me, the answer's still going to be the same. I was trying to escape from prison, that's all. But that high priest was a fool. He fell for Dirk's line and sold his own country tour out. How can you say such a thing about him? He helped you escape, didn't he? Don't you even care about what happened to him? Nope, I was getting out of the rebellion anyway. He should have opened his eyes. We never stood a chance against the Khu'rain regime. Hang on, do you really believe what you're saying? Didn't the high priest's death really hurt you on the inside? Like I said, I couldn't care less about the whole thing. I beg to differ. This wouldn't be here in this room if you didn't feel a thing. I guess this one?
Take that!
Because he has flowers here as well. I heard these flowers are often in memory of the dead here in Khu'rain. The High Priest's death hit you hard, so you must have been grieving here alone, haven't you? Well, yo! Those flowers don't mean anything, it's just a Khu'rainese way of saying goodbye. I had the fact that you're mourning his death. You're reading into this too much. I told you, I'm done with the rebellion. I haven't even heard from Dirk or the rest of them for a few days. Tomorrow I'm planning to kiss this kingdom goodbye. Imagine if like the lock just like reforms when he says that, because he comes up with another lie to cover for it. That'd be cool. No, I know you've been in contact with the other rebels lately. I'm actually thinking that would be a cool like twist to these kind of things, where you can still break them, but they can come up with another lie which reforges it with a different lie. And how exactly do you plan on reproving that? This piece of evidence ties you to the other rebels.
Take that!
I found this prayer flag at the Plaza of Devotion. You wrote a message on it and left it behind for your fellow rebels, didn't you? They bought you this food for you at your request. So you're lying about leaving the rebels. Like the Phantom with the mood matrix. Yeah, kinda, yeah. You're still involved with Dirk and the rest of them, aren't you? Are you ready to tell me the truth now? Oh, you're good, Mr. Lawyer Man. I admit it. I requested the grub. But I was just taking advantage of things, all. What do you mean? My face plastered all over the place. I couldn't stay out in the open anymore. So I just took advantage of my comrades for some grub and place to hide. I was going to kiss this kingdom goodbye tomorrow. But I'm not buying it. You're obviously lying. I can tell just by looking at you. The white hot flames of revolution definitely still burn inside of you. What? That's ridiculous. Those flames burned out long ago. This proves that the flames of the revolution still burn inside of you. Remember how you missed the bad ending in Dual Destinies? I think so? There's 3 bad endings? Wow. Okay. I'll probably look at them later. Flames of Revolution. Could it be the book? He's still got it.
Take that!
Dirk's law book? I'm no lawyer, so what's that going to do with me? Look at the mark branded onto the cover. This book marks that stands for an unwavering commitment to the revolution. It is Dirk's way of representing the will of the dragon. Yeah, so what of it? You have that same mark on the scarf tied around your left arm. But you wouldn't be wearing that if you were no longer a rebel. I forgot to take it off, that's all. Not as a wanted... No, as a wanted man, you've wanted this... that should have been the first thing you took off. The fact that you haven't hidden that mark yet proves that you're still a rebel. Hoo-ha! Think what you want, but you don't know anything about me. No, you're wrong. You wear your heart and your beliefs right on your sleeve, just like me. And this is why I believe in. Oh, it's already on it.
Take that!
It's my lawyer badge. When a person's back is against the wall, they always fall back on what they believe in. Just as I always have my badge. You always have the will of the dragon with you. Oh, would you risk your life for your beliefs? No, I wouldn't. No? No, because I wouldn't be much use to my clients dead. No, admit it. You never once thought about leaving the Defiant Dragons, have you? Look in your eyes. It's like Dirk's. Looks like you got the will of the dragon inside of you too. Unlock successful. Whee! I had planned to take you out if you turned out to be one on the side of the royals. Instead, I'll eat this apple. I don't think I can trust you. Can't believe I was that close to getting shanked here. Just like you said, I have no intention of leaving Dirk's group. In other words, you were testing me. You're a foreigner and a lawyer who's been charged with abetting a criminal to boot. And I've seen a fair share of lawyers get pardoned after weeping at the feet of the Queen. Well, I'm going to keep fighting till the end. Yeah, I can see that now. Sorry I ever doubted you. Dude, you weren't here for the first case I did. I literally risked my life for that. It's like, oh, he's not got enough backbone. So what are you going to do here anyway? I came here to get the secret hideout key from her helper. Secret hideout? Yep, it was supposed to get my order next order from Dirk there. But the town's swarming with cops thanks to that murder. Nothing I can do about that. What about the order Dirk was supposed to give you? I'm going to have to abort that mission. No, I'm just lying low, waiting for a chance to make contact with Dirk again. Hey, why the long face? I thought you'd be able to tell me something about the High Priest's murder. Sorry to disappoint you. Oh, I know. Let me make it up to you with this. It's an orange orb. Looks like an eye. What is it? This orb is actually a key. It opens the door to one of our secret hideouts. It's the eye to the statue. I knew it was a secret entrance. I fucking knew it. I can't say any more than that anyway. Hope it helps. Oh, I did do his voice. Oh, say that in his voice. This orb is a key? Yeah, plus the hideout's in a totally unexpected location. And being that it's super secret, we couldn't just have an ordinary key. I see. Golden orb added to the court record. Maybe this will help me unravel the truth behind this case. Thanks.
Don't mention it. Besides, you're a fellow brother in arms fighting against the powers that be. If it'll help you, feel free to pick my brain a bit more. Everyone's been talking about the return of Lady Khu'rain lately.
Well, my friend Maya is suspected of being the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Khu'rain. Wouldn't happen to know who she really is, though, would you?
Beats me, but whoever she is, she bushwhacked me and hauled me off to jail. Even worse than attacking us and delivering us to the cops. She's been watching us like a hawk and framing us for different crimes.
Framing? Watching you like a hawk and framing you for crimes? Why would anyone go to all that trouble?
Our kingdom likes to pretend that its people are free to think what they want. Because of that, the authorities can arrest you just for sympathizing with the rebellion. So they resort to framing people with things they didn't do.
And that Lady Khu'rain figure is...
Yep. She's just a lick spittle working for the Khu'rain regime.
Wow. I knew something was up.
Even without the DC Act, Scumbuddy's days are numbered.
What's that supposed to mean?
Let's just say I got a little trick up my sleeve. I'm watching for you. You're gonna get a fine attitude, like them of the dragon dupes.
So he was talking about Lady Khu'rain then.
Advanced combat skills, trained, detailed surveillance, and clever setups. She's no amateur if you ask me.
So you're saying the monarchy is using Lady Khu'rain to secretly take out the rebels?
Exactly. The Khu'rain regime is using her to control the people, even down to what we think.
Why don't the people protest that the monarchy is doing things like that?
Unfortunately, we don't have any conclusive evidence. And without that, we can't prove anything.
I know the feeling. If I can bring this up in court, they'd probably dismiss it out of hand. I'll have to amass Lady Khu'rain if I want to get anywhere. We're literally doing, like, freaking espionage now. What means something different in where you're from?
Our goal is to get rid of that evil, no-good Defense Culpability Act.
I can tell just by looking at Dirk's law book.
The DC Act has turned the kingdom into a corrupt cesspool, where false charges are overlooked and prosecutors are the only one heard in court. It's been 23 years since it was first enacted.
What happened 23 years ago to make them pass such a terrible law?
The assassination of Queen Amara. That's where it all began.
It happened before I was even born. Queen Amara, the previous queen, was assassinated. I don't know why I had a sudden urge to do like an Elmo voice, but I can't do Elmo voice. Elmo? And it was the rebels, Dirk, who did it. We've become the Phantom. Dirk assassinated the former queen, didn't he?
That's the official lineup, but...
The official line?
Those charges were completely trumped up. Dirk was framed, I'm telling you.
He was?
Plus, Dirk was a lawyer. Once the people thought a lawyer had killed the queen, they turned against all lawyers.
So because of one person, all of them get punished. Great. I hate that mindset. I hate it in school. I hate it in other situations. This is just stupid. One person spoiled the bunch. That's how the DC Act was first passed. So that's why there aren't any lawyers left in Khu'rain.
Even worse, it changed the significance of the divination seance.
Significance of the divination seance? They were holding seances in court even before the DC Act?
You bet they were. Lawyers and prosecutors used to totally contest the insights that came out of seances.
You mean like what I've been doing?
Right. Like Dirk used to say. The royal priestess insights are just another piece of war evidence.
Right. I see what you mean about the significance of the divination seance changing.
Yep. Insights became the only truth, and arguing against them was bad. As a royal priestess, it's my duty to reveal the truth through the divination seance, which is what I'm not doing. This time I'll prove that the insights I gleaned thereof are the very truth itself. Prepare yourself, for this shall be your last trial, and your last rites. Oh, tomorrow shall end you under the headsman's axe.
From what I've seen, Rafa would agree with that.
This kingdom is a shadow of its former self. It's become a dictatorship under the royals of the fear of the trumped-up charges to rule.
And that's what Dirk's been rebelling against?
Yep. All we want is to live in the kingdom with a fair and impartial legal system. And there's only one way to make that come true. Overthrow the current regime.
And that's part of how Rafa became how she is. Yeah. So that's the truth behind the rebels.
Well, PW, my friend, it's about time for me to get going. After all, I am the fangs of the Defiant Dragons. That's horrible.
You're not going to do that alley-oop thing, are you, again, are you?
I was just getting to that. See you when I see you.
Whee! Alley-oop. And he was gone. Why does he have to jump like that before running off? Well, I guess we're friends now. But enough about that. I've already spent too much time here. May 11th. Khu'rain. Bazaar. Why did they close it? Oh, I finally got out of there. There's more, but she would have been much better kid if things went differently. Yeah. Part to her environment, most definitely. Mr. Wright, I'm so glad you're okay. I was so worried about you. Shadow, what happened to him anyway? He came out of the manhole about 5 minutes after you went in. Sorry he wasn't much help. Well, did you find anything of worth? Oh, I tripped and fell down there. I must have been out cold for a while. Better keep things to myself for now. I figured as much. I have to find that secret hideout Mr. Arabal was talking about. I should probably start with places that have something to do with the High Priest. Barbed Head, I detect a foul odor emanating from you. Well, I did walk through the sewers, so... Stay back. Keep your stick to yourself. I'd be glad to leave you alone if you'd like. Who said you could walk away from me, you mutton head? Fine, I'll stick to you like glue. No, that is too close. I just can't win with her. Even after investigating the sewers, you have nothing. Well, I'm not ready to give up yet. Besides, I wouldn't say I have nothing. There's nowhere I wouldn't go if it would help Maya. So what will it be next? You dive into a septic tank? If it would help Maya, I wouldn't rule it out. Stay back. I thought it was just hypothetical. We throw her in just so then we can get on. Hey, look at this eye! That orb has a mesmerizing core. Must take a little closer look at it. Mr. Arabal entrusted me with this, so maybe I shouldn't let even Princess Rafa handle it. Your benevolence. Wouldn't you be defiled by touching an object that has been in the hands of a lawyer? I suppose so. You do know that there are no such things as a lawyer cooties, right? I'm tempted to, but I don't think anything will come of it. Yeah, too much. You fool! Why have you put that on the Tomes of Secrets before me? What's the big deal? Just stay back! Don't come closer! Hey, this thing's actually pretty useful. Looky here, your benevolence. It's the Tome of Secrets! If you do not desist this instant, I shall have you put to death for the crime of blasphemy. Sorry. It looks could kill, I'd already be dead. It's like, ooh, look at this. It's a scary book. Barbed Head, you already searched here, did you not? Oh, I just thought I'd look around again. You know, in case I missed something. I probably shouldn't tell her I'm looking for the secret rebel hideout. We have a saying back home, leave no stone unturned. Hmm? Oh, yes. You cannot stump me. I know that one. Actually, I don't have a clue. It's written all over your face. Right, do I have to look at it first, or... Let's take a close look. Oh no, I need to be at the other angle. Whoops. And now I can. It's a statue of a bird. Guess I could take a closer look. Whee! Hey, this eye is missing. What are you doing? You must not touch that for no reason. Sorry. But that shape. I wonder.
Take that!
I knew it. You saw the whole wall move there. Whee! What? She must be at a loss for words. That doesn't happen too often. Should happen more. What is this place? Explain yourself at once, Barbed Head. I don't think she's ready for the full story. I don't really know much myself, but it seems to be a secret rebel hideout. If I'm shocked there's a secret door here, I imagine that goes double for Rafer. A rebel hideout in this inner sanctum? Somebody will pay for this. Well, for now, I think I'll have to look around. Wait, you must not enter before the police. Don't worry, I won't disturb anything. Or at least I'll try not to. Besides, with you watching over me, it should be fine, right? And, you see... Fine, just please stop pleading your case. I can only stand so much loyally drivel. But I will be presenting all information gleaned from your efforts here to the police. Of course. Now, shall we? I will go no further. All right. You're not supposed to come in contact with the tainted Lady Kira's battles. Very good, Barbed Head. I commend you for remembering. Oh, well, thank you. Wait, why am I thanking her? I may not be able to enter, but I will allow no misdeeds on your part. I'll be watching you like a warbad from the entrance here. I told you I'm not going to do anything. I better hurry before she changes her mind. To the secret tunnel! Oh, wow! Handprints. A calendar? I believe this to be a sacred space that enshrines the source of the spring water. That makes sense. The rebels must have converted it into a secret hideout. What about that warbad revolving door? I wonder if that too was originally intended to hide and protect the secret space. To think those filthy rebels were steaming things and schemes in the most sacred place. It is a desecration upon Khu'rainism itself. The defiant dragon shall pay for this. I suppose it's only natural that she'd be upset, but the investigation must go on. I think I'll start by taking a picture of the place. Good thing I brought a camera to snap some souvenir shots. Stop that! You must not take pictures here, well, without permission. Rafer's really fired up. She's sticking her head in as far as it will go. Guess she won't be tainted as long as she doesn't touch anything. I like that this seems sassy. It's like a photo of the secret rebel hideout. It was literally built into the inner sanctum. Now to search every nook and cranny. Barbed Head, just because it's hard for me to see your every move, do not take that as an excuse to touch and break things. I heard you the first time. Sheesh. Hands. A large stone slab. It's shaped like a magatama. Looks like a rather unstable. I bet if I tip it, it'd tip over in an earthquake. Huh. What's that earthy grass-like smell? It is the smell of the moss that covers the stone. Oh, so this shaggy green stuff is moss. How do you not know what moss is? What? Huh? Looks like some kind of moss about halfway up has been disturbed. I wonder why that is. One quick touch can't hurt, right? Whoa! The slab's starting to wobble. What is happening? What have you done to the sacred space? Nothing. All I did was nudge it a little. I knew it looked unstable. Probably best not to touch it again. I'm touching it again. Damn it! I touched it twice and nothing happened. I mean, I grew up in cities and I've seen moss. I don't think moss also grows in cities. You got them growing on walls and stuff. Plumed calendar here. Ah, now I understand. The villains in the Plumed Punisher are based on the insurgents. Watching the show must have roused their ire against Lady Kira. I doubt that's it. There's even a clock. Look! What is it, Barbed Head? A Plumed Punisher clock. Why, I believe it's a limited edition promotional item given to 50 lucky viewers. This rare item plays the Plumed Punisher theme every song every hour. Hand it over now, Barbed Head. She snatched it away from me. No matter what she says, Rafer is definitely a huge fan. Huh. What a fine item. And this switch, if I'm right... Supreme Punisher theme song. Yes, now I see. The insurgents who use this room must be Supreme Punisher fans. That may be so, but I don't see how it's relevant to this case. She just stole a clock from the rebels. Weapons, and lots of them too. We are lucky to have found them before they could be used. Excellent work, Bob Ted. Oh, thanks. If the rebellion ever happens, I hope it's bloodless. Looks like an order from Dirk. What's this? Let me see that. I thought you're not supposed to touch things in here. This is an exception. Now hand it over. Let's see here. Oh, Holy Mother. What does it say? It's an order intended for that rebel named Dats. It reads, after the rite, infiltrate the palace under the guise of returning Lady Kira's costume, and search for clues about that incident from 23 years ago. Dirk. 23 years ago? It must mean the assassination of Queen Amara. I wonder what the rebels are up to. It's intriguing and all, but it doesn't seem related to the case at hand. This will not do. I must warn my mother at once. No need to do that. This order will never be carried out. Lady Kira's costume is still here, and Abbot Inmee is no longer able to aid the rebels. I knew that. Is there anything else you would like me to read, Barbed Head? Oh, let's see. How about this note? Let me see that. Kunuro Zabas, Bar, Yak and Roo. Wait, this looks familiar. What is it? Some kind of Khu'rainist spell? No, it's a recipe for Khu'rainese curry. I guess the rebels enjoy a home-cooked meal just like everyone else. Well, that's the achievement. I was like, it's got to be one of these things, and this seemed like the most obvious, so I clicked it twice. Oh, you just said it, so yeah. Why is there a pitchfork here? So this is the water source that supplies the Inner Sanctum Spring and flows through the channel built into the floor before the heading outside. Lady Kira uses a sacred water to wash the taint of battle from her body. It's also not red like the water in the spring. But why is that? You'd think that the blood would spread into this part as well, but I guess there's like, I don't know, a filter wouldn't really work. How dare those filthy insurgents raise their banner amid such a sacred space? Barbed Head, you must burn it at once. Didn't you tell me not to touch or damage anything? This is an exception. Very well, if you will not do it, then I will. But your benevolence, I thought you're not supposed to come in here. For once, the strange customs of this kingdom are working in my favor. Huh? There's something under the banner. A microphone? What's this doing here? Was someone trying to record something with it? Oh, shackles. This statue door rotates when you pull this chain. I see. Then you must shut the door and destroy its mechanism. That would deprive the insurgents of access to this place. But wouldn't that trap me in here? Not to worry, I would come to visit you once a year. She's actually serious. How about you do it, Your Highness? I think that's everything. There's nothing really else here that I can click on. Oh, wait, no, there it is. What's this? A blood stain. Should probably try to figure out what happened in here. Do not tamper with any evidence before the police arrive. The police? Hey, that reminds me. Emma gave me something just for times like these. I thought it might help your investigation. Here, it's all yours. I wanted to bring you a bunch of other forensic tools, but they were confiscated at the airport. Luminol testing fluid. This actually might come in handy. Luminol testing fluid glows in reaction to even the tiniest traces of blood, so it can even detect areas where blood has been wiped. It might help us figure out what happened in here. Okay, time for science to do its thing. First, let me put these red-tinted glasses on to see the luminols glow. Ooh. Then I just press space or click wherever I need to spray some luminol. Damn border control. Yeah. Areas where there was blood will react turning blue. It's got to be right underneath everything, doesn't it? That's why I missed it. Oh, there we go. This is a huge bloodstain. Something big must have happened here. Perhaps the high priest's blood flowed into there from under the poor bad statue. There's definitely a lot of blood here, but it's impossible to say much else at this point. I'll just take a picture for now. Oh, right. Luminol reactions don't show up in photos. I'll just have to take some notes. That's a good picture, though. That should do it. I didn't notice before, but the bloodstain looks like it was smeared away in one place. Is it because the Warbad revolving door passed over it? For having performed every forensic technique at least once in all three. Something. That was an achievement. Forensic expert. Well, I think that covers about everything here. That's the last one. I was hoping there'd be more, like, forensic stuff, but I guess that's the only one. Going by that achievement. Oh, hi, Emma. Mr. Wright, you shouldn't have come in here before the police. Sorry, but I was in a hurry. I didn't do anything I wasn't supposed to. My benevolence can attest to that. It is your fault for being so slow. I expected the police to work faster and more efficiently. Sorry. Well, bobbed head, have you not already seen enough? I guess it's about time I got back to the temple and got over everything I've learned. Okay, well, bye. To the temple. Are we still within 1 hour and 30 minutes? Oh, we're just actually going over. And I even said that I was going to stop at 1 minute 50, but I feel like we're almost finished, so I might as well just end it there when we're done. May 11th. Welcome back, Mr. Wright. How'd it go? Unfortunately, I didn't find anything of conclusive. No way. I do not understand, bobbed head. What don't you understand? Why you did not commit any misdeeds during your investigation? After all, lawyers ply their trade primarily through illicit means and methods. What? Who told you that? My mother, as you're saying she was wrong? No, that cannot be. You must have committed some sort of misdeed right under my nose. If that were so, she waited a whole day following me around. What is it? Prosecutor Samadhi has need of me. What's going on? I must go perform a divination seance for Khu'rain Zealot. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins. That's bullshit. I see. But the third time will be the charm. My insights will finally bring you to your knees tomorrow, and I will teach that neophyte practitioner a lesson. Looks like the royal priestess is back with a vengeance. She's made a full recovery from when we started the investigation earlier today. Why would you do that? I look forward to seeing you in court, your benevolence. Your overconfidence will be your downfall. That's not overconfidence, it's just generally being polite. You will not look so confident when I am finished with you tomorrow. Actually, I'm not really looking forward to seeing her tomorrow. Especially without any solid evidence. Why don't we go over everything you know so far? Alright. Let's see here. Acolyte Zealot was killed during the riot with Lady Kira's dagger. And Maya's fingerprints were found on it. That doesn't sound very good. I know, it's very definition of being up over the creek without a paddle. Why are you saying a lot of sayings all of a sudden, Phoenix? The day before his murder, Zealot enjoyed a meal with the High Priest, his wife, and Maya. I also learned about spirit channeling here in Khu'rain. None of that sounds very helpful. Oh, but I did hear something interesting. That the rebel-hunting Lady Kira might be working for the Justice Minister. What? Really? Our kingdom is supposed to be ruled through faith and laws. We can't allow the people to be controlled by fear and violence. That sounds like something a rebel might say. It does. But if that Lady Kira really is one of the minister's insubordinates, that would exonerate Miss Maya. Unfortunately, I have no way of proving it in court. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, I almost forgot about the secret rebel hideout we found in the Inner Sanctum. There was a blood stain inside. I don't know if or how it's connected to this case, though. Wow, a secret room in the inner sanctum. That would be a huge hit with tourists. This kid really is an entrepreneur at heart. What I mean is that hideout could be important to your case. Maybe, but it's still too early to tell. There's blood in there, and Lady Kira probably appeared from there. Oh, it's not important. Looks like I'm heading into a court without any useful evidence. We'll just have to pray something appears during tomorrow's trial. Mrs. Rayafer's divination seance might be our only hope. There could be some new information in it that might help. The divination seance? But I thought it was always works against the accused. Not always.
Right, like Dirk used to say, royal priestess insights are just another piece of evidence.
Really? I never heard anyone say that before. It's hard to figure you out sometimes, sir. Divination seance worked both ways before the Defense Culpability Act. It's only now that the people of Khu'rain find it strange. Mr. Wright, I just wanted to say, good luck tomorrow. Thanks. Can't afford to lose this next one.
Fade to black.
I've collected all sorts of information, but I haven't even started connecting the dots. If I could do that, I might have a shot at pulling off a win. Rafer's insights will be the deciding factor. It's a huge gamble, but it's all I've got. To be continued? Yeah, there it is. Well, that is the perfect place to stop for today. Another cliffhanger for next time. We will be picking this up on Thursday, so tune in for then. And I'm saving again because I wasn't paying attention. Turn to games menu. We'll pick this up on Thursday. See how it goes from there. Hopefully kick the prosecution's butt this time, and hopefully the temperature will be lower. Because I am hot right now, and I don't want to be. But, yeah, like I said, we'll pick this up on Thursday. Tomorrow, I'll actually be streaming Starfield. Now, I said it in the post when I made the schedule stuff, but I'll say it again just now. Starfield is going to be slightly different to what I've done with other streams. It is a test session, or test stream. I think I've done that like once or twice before. But essentially, I'm going to test the game out, see if it's any good. If I don't like it by the second stream, I'm not going to be streaming it. The thing is that I've heard a lot of bad things about Starfield, so I'm very hesitant about it. And I kind of have I have a problem with Bethesda anyway. Ever since Skyrim, they've just gone downhill. Fallout 4 wasn't that good. It was better than 3, but it was still not as good as Skyrim. And Fallout 76 is such a train wreck, and I really don't like that people are playing it again and just forgetting all the bad stuff they did. Not just with the game, but whatever. So I'm on a bad trend with Bethesda at the moment. If their game is horrible, I'm just going to drop it. So, yeah, but that's tomorrow. So for today, thank you all for joining. As usual, like, follow, subscribe to that bell notification to know when I next stream. And if you want to support me, there's links to Patreon and tips in there as well. And also below the video if you're watching from Twitch instead. And if you do become a patron, you get your name added to the Patreon list here, where I give you a shout out at the end of every stream. And I greatly appreciate it for the continued support. And we look into the evidence and find out who really killed the person that we're trying to defend. Well, no. You know what I mean. Like I do with Khu'rain and the Swordmaster 37. Remember to download the game before you stream it. I have it already downloaded. I had it ready to go, but at the time I had other games doing it. And then I just forgot to play it. But yeah, that's all for today. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow or Thursday. And until then, y'all take care. Have a nice rest of the day. Bye, everyone. Bye, Raphatron. Bye-bye.